Welcome to Miss Krumholtz's art class. So today we're going to focus on drawing a face. So we're going to think about proportions, which is the spacing between features. In order to create a likeness or make a drawing look like the person in the photo, you have to have correct distance between each feature, both in terms of length and width. So for example, if you were going to make the eyes too far apart, it would no longer look like this graphic image of Elvis Presley. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about an easy way to create a likeness. Now, we're working with graphic images. So by graphic image, I mean it's separated by black and white shapes, positive and negative shapes. Deceivingly, these seem like they would be really, really difficult to draw. But I'm going to teach you a few tricks that actually make it manageable to draw a face and create a likeness, meaning that it looks like the picture that you're working from. We're going to do this strictly by eye. We're not going to be measuring specifically with a ruler. What I'm going to ask you to do first is we're going to work a little bit smaller. So make let's say a 6 by 6 inch box. Okay. Now I'm just using regular 8.5 by 11 paper. So you can use sketchbook, copy paper, whatever works. So I made and if it's not perfectly straight, that's okay. I made a 6 by 6 inch box. This just gives you a little less room and it will take less time. Now, when we create a graphic image, when we do a drawing, we work directly side by side. So I like to fold this. And I always tell my students to work from top to bottom, okay? We're gonna look at the shapes and try to mimic them. So I'm gonna look at this shape here and I'm gonna redraw it and try to mimic it. Okay, so I'm gonna start here and I'm gonna go really slow. And I'm looking to mimic the shape that I see. And I'll show you how to check this. So this is Elvis's eye. We're gonna go directly from there and we're gonna look at where this lines up. So sometimes I draw little lines for myself. And I like to kind of like little guides. And you're literally going from top to bottom to redraw the shapes that you see. Which, if you go slow, is very manageable. Okay. There's his eyes. And then we do the nose is really this whole area here. So I'm going to look at the distance between and sort of that it's on an angle. I'm going to look and say, okay, that sort of lines up here. Here's where my nose will start. I'm going to look and see where this lines up here, so I know to stop. I'm going to look at the distance again from here to here. And I notice that this is on a slant. Here is my face of Elvis. Now what you will do, you're going to do this in pencil first. You're going to, here's my trick, flip it upside down. And a lot of times I will cover the work and I will just focus on one area at a time. And I will look at it in terms of, okay, does this shape match this shape? And I compare, I let my eyes glance. I look at this shape compared to this shape. Okay, what looks different? I look at the spacing. Does the spacing look accurate? Does this look accurate? Is this long enough? Too long? Do I need to bring it up? So you would check yourself upside down. You can flip it back over. Eventually you'll erase any of your guidelines and you'll go back in with Sharpie. If you don't have Sharpie, you can just keep it in pencil. And you can do one of two things here. You can simply fill it in with black Sharpie. If you want to use color, you can use color. have fun with it. I'm really looking to see that you started with top to bottom, looking at and measuring proportion with your eye by making clear guides, by comparing the features in relationship to one another. So think of it as like a stepping stone. In order to draw someone's face, you always go from top to bottom. You can't draw the eyes and then go directly to the mouth. You have to go from the eyes, one eye, to the next eye, to the nose, to the mouth. You don't know where that mouth is until you have the nose there, because you're using each feature as a guide to the next feature. Think about it as walking across a river and using the stones to step across. Once you have this outlined, you can either just block it in, or if you want to, you can make patterns inside of the face, op art, if you know how to do op art, Zentangles, and you can, inside the positive shapes, which is the black shapes, you can create patterns if you like, or if you'd like to just make it black and white, that's fine too. Good luck, have fun, check yourself by flipping it upside down, and I can't wait to see what you do.